What's a little Mikel Merino? Now, yesterday there was breaking news on Mikel Merino. Real Sociedad president Joaquin Apirebe, I think that's how you say it, or Apirebe, has arrived in London to try and close the Mikel Merino deal. Apirebe would like Arsenal to pay 40 million euros, including add-ons, while he's willing to accept the payment in installments. So that is good. I think that is what Arsenal would want, the payment in installments. Now, what Sociedad have done, at first they said they wanted 25 million. And then I think they've said they wanted 30 million, and now it's gone all the way to 40 million. Now, people do say that is not a good deal anymore. Fair enough. But the thing is, that's why I always tell you guys as well. When people say just pay the money, when you show that the other team that you can just pay the money, like if someone wants 50 million and then you just offer them 50 million right away, they can easily say, no, actually, we don't want 50 million, we want 70. The moment you show them that, yeah, you're ready to pay whichever money that you want, they want for the player, they're going to add. And Sociedad have done this twice now, this transfer window. They are selling Lenormand to Atletico Madrid, the defender, and I think Atletico had to make three or four bids until they got the player. For us as well, they've kept on increasing the price, and now it's up to 40 million euros. But they are able to accept payment in installments. I guess that is what again will take a few days, or which has taken a few days to talk about as well. How much you're going to pay them, these installments, how many installments is it going to take? All that takes time, I guess. So we have to be patient with that one. Will he be available for the Aston Villa game? I think we'll sign him before that, but him being available for that particular game, I don't think it's going to happen. Good news, Declan Rice is back in full training right now. He was also named in the PFA Team of the Year last night alongside four other Arsenal players. So congratulations to him. So Mikel Merino, the president, is in London to complete the deal. Let's see how that one goes as well. Hopefully, today is Wednesday. Hopefully we get it done quickly because, it has taken a bit of time. I thought it was going to be an easy one considering it was only going to cost like 25 million euros. But no, there's been a lot of changes from Sociedad sides and Arsenal trying to negotiate it in terms of installments. Personal terms were agreed a long time ago with Merino. He wants to join Arsenal a long time ago. Arsenal and Real Sociedad have almost settled on the deal for Mikel Merino, 35 million plus 5 million. That is in euros. So maybe that 3 million pounds around that. I still think it's a good price. Yes, he only has like 1 year remaining on his contract. So in terms of that, maybe not the best, 28 years of age. 50-50 in terms of that. I still think the fact that he's a winner is one thing for Spain. He's a very experienced player, just like the Trossard deal. We signed Trossard for around 20-something million. The player can definitely help you. Now, is he going to be a regular in the team? I don't know. But is he going to bring more experience and more quality to the team? I think he is. Like, compared to the players that we've just let go, the likes of El Neni, I'd rather have Merino in that midfield than El Neni. Like, Merino can come into the team and play as a center midfielder. He can play as a defensive midfielder. And the fact that is number one in terms of duels won last season in the top 5 European leagues, I think Atta would be ready to, splash that money for him. So, again, let's see how that one goes. The president is in London, according to reports from Spain. Let's see how that one works out. Now, Aaron Ramsdale. What's a little on Aaron Ramsdale? I have not gotten to speak about it since this news came out a couple of days ago. David Johnson reported that Wolves have made a proposal to sign Aaron Ramsdale from Arsenal. Initial loan plus buy option. Wolves would cover majority of 26-year-old goalkeeper's wages. Acceptance at Molineux deal difficult due to finances involved, but talks with Arsenal continue. So this is a funny one. We wanted Wolves goalkeeper, the Bentley guy that you offered like 50,000 for, but now they're the ones who want our goalkeeper. Interesting. I thought they were happy to keep Jose Sa. I don't know how that one is going to work out. Is Ramsdale going to go then be a fast-chase goalkeeper, or is he going to be there and then rotate Jose Sa? He really wants to go and be a fast-chase goalkeeper. Now, for me, let me make my feelings clear about this. I was very happy to keep all 7 of our defenders in the team, and I was very happy to keep both Ryan and Ramsdale in the team and focus on getting a midfielder, getting a striker, and getting a winger. That was my plan at the beginning of the transfer window. But at the moment, it looks like Ramsdale does not really want to stay. He wants to go and be fast-chase goalkeeper, which is fair enough. You cannot convince him to stay at Arsenal and be a backup. Ray has just been nominated, voted into the PFA Team of the Year. He just won the Golden Glove last season. He's just had an incredible performance against Wolves on opening day. I can see Ramsdale breaking ahead of Raya. And again, I can't see him overtaking Raya in terms of the Arsenal team and project. I can't see it. So for him to get first team football, he has to move on. But how much are we going to get for him? I thought I was naive enough to think like the moment the transfer window opens, we are going to get a lot of teams wanting Ramsdale and a lot of teams being interested in Ramsdale. But one thing I was always sure about as well was, you see, there I'm saying Ketty is definitely going to leave Arsenal. Teams are definitely going to come in for him. There I've said Calafia is definitely going to join Arsenal. Merino is definitely going to join Arsenal. I've also said about Ramsdale that I'm not sure any team is willing to pay 30 million for him. That is a major problem. And I've said that since June. Will any team be able to pay 30, 35 million for Aaron Ramsdale? I don't think so, because teams are looking for strikers, midfielders. I don't think there's anything that is looking for, a 35 million goalkeeper. That is a problem, especially considering he did not play a lot last season. And the 2 games that he played, he made a couple of mistakes. Will people be ready to pay that kind of money? He didn't really feature for England at the Euros. So if he had played maybe international football and then he's not playing for Arsenal and then people still get to see him for England, that would have been different. But the fact that over the last 1 year, people have seen him playing like 3 games or something, that is not enough. So his value kind of drops. Although I still think Ramsdale is a very, very good goalkeeper, we are going to struggle to get that 30 million. So what can we do in terms of that? Well, according to more reports from some C, Bournemouth are interested in a loan deal for Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal want 5 million plus fee and majority wages paid. So we are kind of open to having the loan deal, but I don't think also like a 100% guarantee like they want the loan deal. I think they also kind of want to sell him on a permanent deal as reported. But let's go to the loan fee as well. Arsenal are ready to demand a 6 million loan fee to let Aaron Ramsdale leave the club. Arsenal have been keen to sell Ramsdale in a permanent move this summer, but interested clubs have been put off by the high asking price understood to be between 30 million to 40 million. Now, Ramsdale, before Raya took over his place, I think Ramsdale would have been worth 40 to 50 million pounds. But the fact that he hasn't played for a full year, his value has obviously dropped. But it's good to see Southampton one team, Bournemouth one team, Wolves one team. It's good to have some teams interested in him. Now, there's 2-3 ways you can go about this. You can just accept the loan deal with an option to buy. Maybe he comes back next season if those teams don't like him. Is that a good deal? I don't think so. Should we do it the way he did it with Raya, maybe have an obligation to buy for those teams? I think the one for Raya was actually an option to buy. I don't even think it was an obligation to buy, but it was obvious that you're going to buy him. Maybe have Ramsdale with an obligation to buy, take him, and then next on he pays that 30 million, whichever teams he ends up at. That is an option as well. Or you just sell him right now. You take 25 million or whatever for Aaron Ramsdale right now, and then you let him go. I think he's a very good goalkeeper. In terms of age and all that, I still think he's a very good goalkeeper. Alex Crook says Arsenal still asking for permanent offers for Ramsdale at this time, so nothing close with Wolves. The Gunners anticipate strong interest from a number of PL clubs before the deadline. So that's fair enough. Arsenal expecting even more teams to come in for him. Bournemouth currently have a goalkeeper in Neto. Wolves currently have a goalkeeper in Sarr, and Southampton currently have a goalkeeper in McCarthy, but he made a mistake on opening day. So let's see what happens between now and the 30th. I think a couple of other teams will come in for him, but I'm still worried that we might not get that 30 million. That is the worry, unless we have an obligation to buy for next season. Because right now teams are worried about the PSR rules and getting deducted points. Teams don't want to get themselves into that situation. Now, if Aaron Ramsdale ends up leaving, we still do need a backup goalkeeper. Karl Hein has left Arsenal on loan. Funny enough, he actually just played against another goalkeeper that we've been linked to, that I'm going to talk about next. They played against each other the other day. Okonkwo left Arsenal. We signed Setford and Nigard, but those are like under 21 goalkeepers. So we still do need a backup goalkeeper. So despite signing 3 or 4 goalkeepers this transfer window, we'll still need another one on top of that because we need a backup goalkeeper. But how much is it going to cost us? This is where people have gone crazy. Arsenal are linked to Juan Garcia from Espanyol, the Espanyol goalkeeper, as Fabrizio says. Arsenal have already reached verbal agreement with Spanish goalkeeper Juan Garcia on personal terms. He's the priority for Arsenal to replace Aaron Ramsdale if he leaves in the final 10 days. Espanyol are aware of Arsenal interest, but no official bid yet depends on Aaron Ramsdale. So we are kind of still waiting. If Aaron Ramsdale does leave, we are going to try and get Juan Garcia. He's also linked to Liverpool over the last couple of days. Liverpool also want him. He's only going to be a backup, whether he goes to Liverpool or to us. So he knows he's going to be a backup, so it will be up to him. But the fact that he's like Spaniard and stuff, I think he will be joining us. So the fact that we also have a Spanish goalkeeper coach in Inaki and a Spanish goalkeeper as our first choice, and Arteta as well, I think that could convince him to join Arsenal. But there's talks about this deal potentially costing up to 30 million euros, because that is his release clause according to reports. So according to reports on how much he would cost us, we had this. So it was reported that Juan Garcia's release clause rose from 25 million to 30 million euros on Thursday due to a contract clause. However, if Arsenal are going to move for him, we are going to negotiate that down to 15 to 20 million euros, which is around maybe 15 million pounds. Now, for backup goalkeeper, it still seems, I think that is the correct price for backup goalkeeper. You can't really get a backup goalkeeper for 3 million, 4 million. It depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a young goalkeeper just going to be proper backup for Raya, 18-year-old, 19-year-old? Don't give him too many games, and we just give him a couple in the Carabao Cup and then play Raya in every single game like Man United do with Onana? Or do you want a goalkeeper who's going to come and compete with Raya? Maybe it's almost same age, but not really take over Raya's position, but, maybe play the FA Cup and play the Carabao Cup and play a couple of Champions League games? Or do you want proper competition, the rotation with the goalkeeper that I told us a few years ago? Or do you just want an older goalkeeper who has like 2 years remaining in his career, is just happy to be a backup and bring more experience to the team? Depends. Now, we are going for a goalkeeper who's, 22, 23 years old, around there. I think, is it 22, 23? I think around there. He won the gold medal with Spain in the recent Olympics. So, I mean, listen, it's a tough one. Depending on how much money we pay for him, I think that is the correct price, though. I don't think you can pay anything cheaper than that, because if Raya is not available, you need your backup goalkeeper to be good. That is why we'll need to sign a goalkeeper. We can't depend on Setford and Niget to come and play if Raya is not available. So yeah, that is the other goalkeeper that you're looking at. Can we still keep Ramsdale? Is he happy to stay until at least January, and then we start focusing on the goalkeeper? I don't know. I think, though, it would be better for him to move on, because there's a lot of drama with this Ramsdale and Raya thing. We don't want it to go on for another season. But yeah, that's the latest. In terms of Leno, I told you guys we're going to speak about Leno in this one. We are actually going to get some money. We've actually gotten some money for Leno. Arsenal received 2 million this summer because Ban Leno and Fulham avoided relegation. So that was part of the add-ons that we had when we sold Leno. So we've gotten an extra 2 million there. And then we've also gotten a bit of money from Mark McGuinness joining Luton from Cardiff in a deal worth 10 million. When he left Arsenal, a sell-on clause was inserted of 20-25 million percent. With this, Arsenal could make 2.5 million if all add-on targets are met. So these are the deals that we never really keep up with, but a shout out to everyone keeping up with it, including Daily AFC. People don't usually keep up with this, but we are getting 2 million from the Leno deal from 2-3 years ago, and you're also getting 2.5 million from the Mark McGuinness deal. So that's an extra 4.5 million pounds, which is good news for us. But that's the latest. There'll be another video for sure today. This is an early one because there's so much news to talk about. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on